What's up? This is BoxingWave, and I wanted to speak on this whole boxing fans acting like promoters now, topic. I seen D-Style Boxing do a video on it. I also heard Joker Boxing mention it, I think sometime last week. And I had wanted to do a response then about, he wants to see Mayweather challenge. He think Lara would be a great challenge for Mayweather, but no one's talking about it. And he was saying that, basically saying that boxing fans need to stop acting like promoters and stop protecting your fighters. If you're a fan of a fighter, you don't have to protect them. Let them fight the best that's out there, the more challenging fighters. I agree with him, and I think Lara, I already said, a fight between Mayweather and Lara would be a great fight. That's a fight that I want to see personally. You know what I'm saying? But real quick, the only thing I disagree with these guys is I kind of think it's the boxer's fault, because we're in a Money Mayweather era of boxing where these guys talk business inside, outside of the ring, leading up to the fight, every interview, every chance they get when they're asked on who they want to fight next or who do you want to fight, or when a name is thrown at them, it's like they answer their first, their response is like, well, I got to speak to my team, I got to speak to my manager. If the money's right, these guys don't call out anyone anymore, and this is why I respect guys like Keith Thurman, because he's beating guys, he's knocking them out, and he's like straight up calling out whoever he wants to fight. He wants to fight the best, that's it, and he's calling them out by name. He's just not saying, I want to fight the best guys out there. I know he's calling you out by your name, and I think a lot of boxers need to go back to that. And I think that they influence the fans. You got to remember, it's not really the fans. I mean, we influence the boxers too, because we're the ones that we view the fights on TV, and we pay for the pay-per-views, and we go to the venues and buy the tickets to see the fights. But at the same time, the boxer have made the fans become managers and advisors, because now we'll sit here and make a whole prediction video or post-fight interview discussion, or post-fight discussion, and we sit here and talk about what are the boxers' options, like we are managers. But this is the era that we are in. These boxers are not giving you straight answers anymore. After every time they get asked, who do you want to fight next, they don't give you an answer. They'll tell you, I got to speak to my management team. We got to look back on the drawing board. Floyd Mayweather is the main reason why this is like that. A lot of people are just carbon copies of him. They do the same exact thing now. Even Manny Pacquiao, he does not say who he wants to fight next. He never calls out people. I know Floyd, I know he's his own boss, but Manny Pacquiao, I have to question whether or not these guys are telling him not to call out people that he wants to fight, or I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but I blame the boxers for this. They just, even in an interview outside of the ring, when they're being interviewed, they don't bring up fighters no more. They want to just totally avoid saying names. And this is why the fans are left with arguing about who is most likely going to fight who and who's not going to fight who, because this person is not on their level, because all these boxers act like promoters. They act like they're in a negotiation room when they're being interviewed. It's like, listen, it's no negotiation. All I'm asking you to do is call out the guy that you want to fight. Who do you want to fight? And these boxers are not doing that. Some of the young, hungry, up-and-coming guys are, but other than that, the guys that are seasoned, the guys that are well-known, the guys that are rich already, they're not calling out anyone. They're too big to call out anyone. You know what I'm saying? These new guys, they are on social networking. They'll tweet like Tyson Fury. He's tweeting boxers directly, calling them out. He doesn't care. But it seems like the big name fighters are too good to do that, and this is why the fans are like, Nah, Floyd Mayweather's not gonna fight Erislandy Lara because nobody even knows who Erislandy Lara is. That's a dangerous fight for him. And Floyd Mayweather, you know, he's not gonna get that much respect for fighting a guy that nobody never heard of and beating him. And the pay-per-view bias is not gonna even be that high. This is why the fans are doing it, because the boxers are not calling guys out, and it's leaving us to make the decisions on who they should fight next. You know what I'm saying? We're stuck with the debating because guys are not calling other fighters out. And this is the video I made earlier about Amir Khan and Mayweather and all the hate that they're getting. This is a part of the reason why Amir Khan is in the discussion to fight Floyd Mayweather, and possibly really might fight Floyd Mayweather in May, because Amir Khan is calling him out. You know, he's not the most deserving fighter, but at the same time, he's saying, listen, I think I could beat Floyd in every single interview that he's in. My hand speed is something Floyd Mayweather hasn't seen, and I think I can beat him. He doesn't care that he got knocked out. So that's why I feel like boxing fans are acting like managers, promoters. It's because of the boxers, all right? So, you know, I'm not going to speak too long on it. Just give me some feedback or whatever, and make sure you subscribe to the channel.